Hi everybody, it's December 27th, 2025. When I was younger, I noticed that when I tried to get a grip on a situation, one thing that would happen sometimes was that the better I tried to make a mistake that I made or a situation that was going sideways, the more I tried to work with it and, manhandle it and trying to negate it, the worse it got sometimes. And so as a person that doesn't give up quite easily, even when he knows he should, the situation would get worse and worse and worse until I eventually walked away, maybe feeling ashamed, embarrassed, or hopeless. And what I've learned from these times is that a lot of the times when I walked away from the situation, it automatically got better when I left it and came back to it, or I would see eventually that nothing, what I thought was wrong wasn't really wrong, and actually how it was better for me, and it worked out better for me. So when you find yourself in this situation, the answer isn't necessarily stopping and walking away so it could get better, because you might need to stick with it. But it's just good to have in mind that to keep an eye open, see if things are actually how you see them or actually how you interpret them. And if you have to walk away, eventually it's good to walk away. But the most valuable way to take advantage of these times is to not shut down and keep your eyes open and learn what happened and learn how to spot the tells the next time this sort of situation comes around. And that's how it is with many things in life. One of the most important things you can ever do is to walk calmly and walk intentionally through a situation that has gone sideways and walk through it until it's finished, and then learn from it. That's one of the most important things to do, and one of the best ways to learn. So this gets me thinking about when systems fail. Once you start to get a handle on how you approach your life, you will develop systems in order to deal with things, in order to accomplish things and take care of business. And one example of system failing is a lot of us think that if you are good-natured and you give freely and you give love to somebody, that eventually they'll wise up and return it to you, or they'll do something in reciprocity for the love or for the care or attention you show them. And so this you develop a system of how you're going to care for them. You're going to decide when you're going to tell them this. You're going to decide when you're going to do this for them, and you're trying to manipulate the situation. And the system starts failing when they act like they don't care, or they're not interested in you, or their attention is somewhere else. So when that sort of system breaks down, you have to come to the realization that either you can stay and receive pain and learn from pain, or you can stop and pull back and wait for them or go somewhere else. Either way, the system has broken down at this point, and it's your responsibility to learn. And the best thing you can do is not to let the shame get to you, not to let it unnerve you for future relationships or for future system builds. You have to learn that people, they do what they feel like they need to do or what they want to do. And sometimes they might not even be conscious of what they are doing or how they are treating you. They're just acting naturally, or acting off an instinct, or just naturally following their heart. So if it doesn't align with you and your system is breaking down, this is a sign that certain things don't need to be manipulated. They need to come freely and naturally, and you will find the right person eventually. And developing a system for relationships is mostly can lead to impedance in the true development of comfort with each other or feelings for each other. When it comes naturally, then you have a better idea how to tune your system according to them and your relationship with them. Another example of system failure or systems failing is if you are on the chase for more money, if you are on the chase for an upgrade of any sort, you start to develop a system where you could stack up stones so you could climb. And the stones will be information, resources, people, jobs, savings for money, boning up on research for the particular issue you are trying to climb up for. So these are your stones that you stack and you keep on climbing. And when they start falling down in the pursuit of this chase, it seems catastrophic, because you aren't just trying to chase something for the sake of chasing it. You're trying to get out of suffering. You're trying to get out of loneliness. You're trying to get out of the slums or a particular situation that you're trying to alleviate for yourself. And so these systems that when you try to stack up and climb up, and they start failing on you, they start to feel world ending, or they start to give you a sense of futility. And so when these sorts of systems starts failing, the best place I've ever been is being extremely poor, but being extremely close to my faith with God. And when you have a closeness with God and a faith in God that is strong, even at your worst, things start to seem brighter. You'll start to laugh when you hurt yourself. You'll start to give when you have nothing else to give to somebody who needs it. You'll start to learn where others see nothing of value. So when these systems starts failing, the system for the chase, remember God. I'm not saying that you have to be a zealot or to be act dangerously in faith, but notice God and go to Him and try to ponder on Him for a little bit, and your situation may change. And the last system I could think of failing is the pursuit of health. It could be physical health, any type of health. When you have an injury, when your health is failing in some sector of your being, and you're trying to develop a system of how you consume, of how you rest, and how you remedy whatever is ailing you, and it seems like the injury isn't going away or is worsening, and it's debilitating you in that area that it is related to, and you can't do nothing. You can't do anything that is consequential. You are hurting. You are in pain. You are suffering. You are slower, and you are more timid and pensive, according to how you are being affected by this injury. And so when the system is failing for trying to heal yourself, what I would do, or what I have done in the past is I would try to understand what actually is suffering from the injury. And if I could just section it off from everything else, that injury, and see exactly what it is touching, I would go adjacent to the injury to what it is touching, and I would try to understand that and try to work with that. And so it kind of heals you from a backwards sort of way when you're dealing with the symptom and not the issue of the pain or the injury. When you're dealing with the symptoms of whatever ails you, it starts to reverse and heal what is actually hurting or what is actually debilitating you. So they tell you that you shouldn't worry about the symptoms, you should worry about the injury. But when your injury is deep and set into you, the symptoms are usually a sign or a gateway into understanding what the pain is about and how you are suffering. So I hope this helps. Thanks.